Now, can you hire for people that fit in those kinds of innovative, creative type cultures where we have that open marketplace of ideas? Can you actually go out and find people like that? The answer is yes, you can. However, there's a but coming. The but is that a lot of the hiring techniques we typically use do not get us the kind of people who survive and thrive in those kinds of organizations. Here's why. A lot of the hiring methodologies we use are, we go through those big chronological interviews and everything else, and we want people to share all of their successes. Tell me about a time where you achieved a really innovative project that everybody loved. Wonderful, that's great. We're going to hear about the one time they came up with a great product. What we miss is the 200 other times where the product they came up with failed miserably. And when you're talking about hiring for innovative, creative cultures, meritocracies, that open marketplace of ideas, what you need to know about are the 200 failures. The one success, that's nice. That's what they put on the resume. That's why. But what is really going to be instructive is the 200 failures. Here's what we know from studying the truly innovative people. Where they differentiate themselves from their less innovative and less creative peers is not how they respond to success, but rather how they respond to failure. And that's interesting. Where we learn the most is not, tell me about the time you created that one really innovative project. Rather, we learn much more from them when we're talking about, tell me about a time you tried a solution and it did not work. Those are the kinds of questions that tend to reveal how people respond to failure. What happens when it doesn't work? Because you know what? Every great innovator has 20 times the number of failures than they do successes. But when we go into our hiring practices, and you take a look at the normal interview questions, behavioral interviewing question, well, tell me about a time you faced a difficult challenge and how you solved it. Those words at the end of the question, and how you solved it, completely undercut the purpose of the question. It leads people to the answer, oh, well, only tell us about the time you achieved success. But when you're talking about innovative and creative cultures, we don't learn as much from the successes as we do the failures. So we need to rewrite our interview questions. We need to rethink the hiring approach. And if we ask questions that get us to the 200 times where they didn't succeed, now we start to learn about how this person processes their resiliency, how they respond to failure, how they interact with their coworkers, at what point do they give up, do they not give up? Those are the critical pieces we need to understand before we bring this person into our innovative, creative culture.